You go to school, you get an education, you get a $30,000 a year job, and you could live a good life. Well, in 1971, everything changed. I promise I'll get to a current reality and what's happening with the banking system because we're going back to 1907, pre 1907. So, 1971, we detached from the gold standard, which made our money fake, fiat. That's when it really got ugly. From 1971 to today, the wealth gap has become massive. So your productivity has gone up, but your income has not gone up with productivity. But the wealth gap has become much larger. So my parents bought their house in 1973 for $25,000. It is now worth $400,000. Now people think that's growth. That's not growth. This is where you're indoctrinated. That is devaluation of their currency. Here's why. Because if they sold that house, they could only move into the same neighborhood. They didn't grow. Their value of their dollar went down. So now here we are in 2026, 120% debt to income ratio, more debt than we have income. A US dollar has collapsed 96 to 97%, which is fake. It's fake fiat money. It's monopoly money. Just go play the game Monopoly, guys. It's right in front of our face. Over 1 billion people have played Monopoly. But then why isn't everybody millionaires? Monopoly gave us the secret. Who wins Monopoly? The person who owns all the assets. So we're going back to pre 1907 ownership. That's why gold, silver's at an all-time high. That's why things like Bitcoin, which are ownership outside the central bank, starting to gain traction. That's why Trump came back and ran as a Bitcoin president, created a sovereign wealth fund. He created the Genius Act, which is Stablecoin Act, which is important. And what's important to understand, we're in 2026, which is a great mutation. And after February, guys, mark my word, come back to this video, save it. Any brokerage, any financial person, financial bank, financial company is not doing good works is going to get exposed. What's done in darkness comes to light. So you don't have to do anything. You don't have to go protest. You got to get your shit together. So me, you, the seeds we planted are coming to fruition in 2026. You don't have to go out and argue. You're going to watch it come to fruition, to include you. So what's going to happen is you're going to see more changes in 2026 to 2030, specifically 2026 with the Clarity Act, where banks now that told you crypto's a fraud are going to come into crypto and you're going to be like, wait a minute. You told me it was a fraud. You told me not to get into Bitcoin. You told me XRP was a scam. They're going to now be saying, hey, Mrs. Jones, how about you allocate 4% into Bitcoin? Now, why would they do that if they said it was a fraud before? Because they get paid under assets under management. It's either fee or assets under management. And if Bitcoin grows 50% every year, wouldn't you want to allocate Mrs. Jones, the baby boomer? She has the largest amount of wealth within your bank, about 4%, because if they get paid under assets under management, it grows 50% every year. It's going to crush every single investment that she has in her portfolio, and you're going to have